Hi everyone, today I wanted to teach you how to take a black and white image from Google and turn it into a layered colored image in Design Space. So as you can see, I have searched for Minnie Mouse clip art and I've added the term black and white to the end. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on an image and right click it and save the image as. And so once I have done that, I can go ahead and open my design space. I'm going to browse that image and go ahead and open it. And so anytime I upload an image, regardless of the image, I just automatically default to complex. And then if I start cleaning this up normally, if I click preview, you will see that sometimes with Google images or images that you get from Facebook groups, there are these little fuzzy dots all around the image. And so in order to prevent that, what I'm going to do is after I click on complex, if I am uploading a black and white photo, I will go to my advanced options. I will reduce my colors to 2 and change my tolerance to 60. And then what I'll do is I will just start clicking all of the different parts of the image with the exception of the black outline. And once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and preview and show you that there are no fuzzy dots. And I can go ahead and click continue. And I'll save this as a cut image. Once I've done that, I can insert it into my canvas. And I'm going to place it in the lower left-hand corner, just so when I start contouring, you can see what I'm doing. And if you want, you can also resize it to make it a little bit smaller. So you'll see that when I click contour, it will hide most of the screen. However, I can see the different corners of the screen. And so when you click on contour, the first thing you want to do is click hide all contours. And as you can see, it creates a black silhouette of your image. And so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that. I'm going to X out really quick. And before I contour, I want to go ahead and duplicate my image as many times as many colors as I have in the final product. And so I know that I want to do pink for the bow and for the outfit, white for the eyes and the hands, mauve for the tongue, as well as peach for the face. And then I will also duplicate it one more time. And I'll click this eye icon to hide that layer. And then that way, if down the line I want to come back to this project, I have a Minnie Mouse that has not been touched, and all I need to do is uncheck this to unhide it. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off my grid lines, and this is just a personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Minnie, and once I do that, you'll see that the contour box has lit up. From there, I can go ahead and I'm going to click hide all contours again. I'm going to zoom in so you can see the Minnie. And I'm going to select everything that I want to be pink. So I know I want the bow to be pink. So I'm going to select that. And you can see as I'm doing it that the bow is turning white. And so I also want her outfit to be pink. And I'm going to select that. And I'm going to click on this top box and I will X out. I'm going to change this to pink. And so what I'll do is I will click on advanced and go to this fuchsia color. And I'm going to move it to the left a little bit, and that will change it to a shade of pink that is more appealing. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this Minnie Mouse, and I'm just going to layer that over top the pink. I'm then going to take my next layer. I'm going to click contour again. I'm going to click hide all contours. And this time I know that I want the tongue to be a mauve color. So I'm going to click on the tongue and I'm going to click this top box to X out. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the tongue. And I can place this up here. Once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and click on the mini. I'm going to go ahead and click contour again. And I'm going to check everything that I want to be white. So the inside of her eyes. And first I need to click hide all contours. I'm going to click the inside of her eyes as well as her hands. And I'm going to click this top box to X out. And so with white, sometimes it's hard to visualize it next to a white background. And so something you can do is you can change your canvas color. So either to visualize the color of your object. So let's say you're putting this on a gray shirt. You could change your canvas to gray, or, sometimes, like I said, if you're using white, it's hard to see it up against a white background. And so what I'm going to do is down here where it says canvas, I'm going to click that, and you'll see that this little color box popped up here. I can go ahead and change that to gray. And I'm going to go ahead and move this gray up. And so you can see if you were putting this on a gray shirt, it would be easy to visualize what it looks like now. And so I'm going to go ahead and take my last Minnie Mouse. I'm going to click on contour, hide all contours, and this time I'm going to select her face. And so with the face, you'll see that it turned everything white. So obviously I don't need her eyes to be peach or her nose. And so if I click the largest part of the eyes, it's going to also select the whites of her eyes, which is what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and select the eyelashes. And then I'm also going to select the nose. And then if I go ahead and click this top box, now I'm left with just the part of the face that I want to be peach. And so I can go ahead and change that. And then again, if you want to visualize it maybe in a lighter shade of peach, you can move your mouse around. And so now I can go ahead and place this on that layer. And so if you were going to be layering this on a shirt, typically if you're using a black and white outline, or excuse me, a black outline, this would be your first layer. And then I would go ahead and do my pink layer next. And then you could either do the eyes or face, and then the tongue last. So when you're pressing this, if you're using heat transfer vinyl, you want to do all of your layers for about 10 seconds, minus your last layer, which you could probably do for about 20 seconds, just so you don't burn anything. And so if I were to make this, if I were using heat transfer vinyl, you would want to make sure that you mirror your entire image. And so the way that you would normally do that, you would click on Make It, and you would click on each individual mat, and you would click Mirror. And you could either do this all at once, or you could do it as you're loading your vinyl. And so a lot of times, the more mats people have, the more they forget to mirror. And so one way to fix that is just to select your entire image, go up to flip, and flip your image horizontally. And so now you don't have to worry about mirroring each mat. And you would only do this if you were using heat transfer vinyl. So if you were going to put this on a shirt, or maybe on, I don't know, let's say like a little kid's toy bag or makeup bag, or, something like that, you would want to flip it. Otherwise, if you're just using regular vinyl, So if you're going to put this on a cup or a tumbler, you wouldn't need to mirror your image. And so the way that you can trick your mat into cutting it all at one time is you can select your entire image and you're going to change everything to one color. So in this case, maybe to pink. And what you would do is you go to make it and it's going to load everything on one mat. And so what I like to do, I like to move everything to the four corners first. And then if I have anything that's left over, I'll either put it in the middle of the mat or sometimes I'll go ahead and just put it in the middle of two images. And so what you would need to know is that when you are placing your vinyl on your mat, you're going to need a piece of vinyl that's about 5 inches by about 4.5 inches. And this would be your black piece. And for your peach piece, you would need a piece of vinyl that's 3 inches by about 2.5 inches. And so the way that you know that is each square is considered 1 inch. And so this would be your pink layer. And so you would need a piece of vinyl that's about 4 inches by about 5 inches. And then your tongue would be just a 1 inch by 1 inch square. And then your white piece would be about 3 inches by about 3 inches. And you would just need to know that you're going to place it at the 6 inch mark to about the 8.5 inch mark. And you can obviously make your vinyl a little bit larger just to kind of safeguard your cut. But that would be the way to trick your machine. And so the next thing you want to do is you want to click on continue. And after you load your vinyl all onto your mat, you're going to go ahead and select your material. And so if you're using heat transfer vinyl or even regular vinyl, I will go ahead and click on premium vinyl. And so if you don't have it saved to a favorite, you can go ahead and browse all materials and you would just go ahead and start to type in premium, press enter, and it's the very second option. And then I've starred mine to make it a favorite. And so from here, you could go ahead and click on that and then load your mat and then press the flashing arrow on your machine. Once you've loaded it, you can go ahead and press the flashing C to cut it. And so hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully you learned some new things that you didn't know before. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I will be happy to help. Have a great night.